I'm an RV technician and I go undercover at RV dealerships to review RVs to tell you what's quality and what's not. In today's review, I'm going to be looking at a 2024 KZ Durango Gold fifth wheel. This is their G391RFK floor plan. I'm going to tell you what the deal breaker is for me on this RV. The water heater they chose for this RV is a Furrion tankless brand water heater. I'm not really a fan of these for boondocking because you can't conserve water. When you start and stop it, you get cold spots in the water. The only way they really work well is if you turn the water on and just leave it on. So depending on the usage, like it may not be great for you, but quality-wise, it is a quality appliance. I give it 10 out of 10 points. If you want to know more about what's going to be a good appliance for you in your camping style, go check out my free quiz on my website. As far as the roof, this RV has a typical membrane type roof. I've changed my scoring on membrane type roofs from 10 points down to 8 points. Membrane type roofs are just not as resilient as fiberglass. A tree branch can poke a hole in a membrane type roof and you may not even know. If it's got bubbles in the roof, as you go down the highway, wind will pull the bubbles bigger and bigger and can result in the whole roof ripping off the RV. This is why you should definitely have even new RVs inspected for roof bubbles, because if there are serious bubbles, you can have this fixed under warranty before you sign the dotted line on paperwork. And then you don't have to sit around paying on your note and insurance and storage while you're waiting for the roof to be replaced. You can find an RV inspector that I trust on my new website, rigorrvinspection.com. The air conditioners on this RV are Coleman Mach, which I give 7 out of 10 points because I've had to replace a lot of them that lost their refrigerant prematurely. For the refrigerator, we actually have a Norcold brand gas absorption refrigerator, which I think is high quality. I give 10 out of 10 points, and it's the best choice for boondocking because of its very low electrical requirements. For cabinets on this RV, we have a pretty typical lumber core material, which has a thin layer of MDF on each side underneath the plastic wrap. They are prone to water damage. Now, the doors are actually solid wood, which I really like. Overall, I give the cabinets 8 out of 10 points. If you want to learn how to tell which RV cabinets are made of real wood and which ones are the manufactured junk, you should check out my RV shopping course. You'll learn how to determine the quality of all the things that I talk about in my video. This also includes a mobile web app you can use to grade RVs and a database of over 600 RVs that either I or my undercover shoppers have graded. For countertops in the kitchen, we actually have solid surface, which I like a lot. This is very durable, very high quality. I was also happy to see that in the bathroom, they continued to use this high quality solid surface countertop. So the countertops actually get 10 out of 10 points. Next, let's look at the slide outs. Well, we have standard through frame hydraulically actuated slide outs in the rear of the RV. Unfortunately, on the bedroom, they used Schwintex. So I only give this 6 out of 10 points. Schwintex are very bad about grinding themselves up and needing to be replaced. It's a hugely problematic system. For the frame and suspension, this crush tube that's in between the I-beam and the leaf springs for the axles helps stabilize it against breakage. Unfortunately, the shackle links that they put on are just the standard 1/8" thick metal. Depending on how you load this RV, these may stretch and break over time. I prefer to see upgraded shackle links. That is an easy modification that you can do after the fact. One thing to note on the frame of this is they have cross-member supports between the crush tubes. This actually adds a lot more rigidity because now the axles are basically bolted on a square tube frame that's put on the bottom of the I-beam. This is a very good feature for a fifth wheel frame. And for the plumbing, this is unfortunately where this RV goes very wrong. If you're new here, you might be wondering, why is this guy reviewing the plumbing? A lot of RVs are plumbed in such a way that creates water leaks. This Durango Gold has bad plumbing throughout and just about everywhere that you look. The sheer number of bad plumbing connections here is really atrocious, and it's guaranteed to leak down the road. It may not be in the first year under warranty, it may be in year 2 or 3, but it's going to leak long term. You can have it replumbed, but it's going to be expensive. The dealer is not going to give you a discount on a new RV because it has bad plumbing. They're going to tell you, oh no, it's fine. That's how they build them at the factory. And the manufacturer is not going to care if it leaks after a year. I have to give 0 out of 10 points to the plumbing on this RV. Fit and finish wise, there were some things lacking. This trim gapping apart is just lazy, sloppy workmanship on the part of the people building this Durango. Come on, do you not know how to use a miter saw, guys? I have to give 8 out of 10 points. So the total score for this Durango Gold is 77 points. Unfortunately, due to the atrocious plumbing, I have to give it an F grade and say I would recommend picking a different fifth wheel. You can get fifth wheels that have good plumbing on them. Click here if you want to watch me go undercover to review more fifth wheel RVs. Click here for my 10-step process for avoiding lemons when buying RVs.